Hello everyone, I am the HalfWit Brit and this is Manor Lords, and as you can see here they're still carrying all the corpses away in the Black Forest, but we have a couple of things to talk about today. First off will be the fact that once these corpses have been carted off, we need to do our harvest and then start to think about prepping which fields we want for next season. Also, over in the Iron Vale, we have another development point that we can now use, so we will do that. That will unlock the armor for us, so we need to do that too. Ooh, I've never actually watched them do that before. That's the first time I've seen them do it. Which means that we then also need to upgrade one of these to armor making and potentially one to a blacksmith. And last but not least, over in Mamusio, where we started on our journey through Manor Lords, there's not a great deal for us to do over here. Now, I could expand, and there's various things I could do to make it look a bit more like, let's say, a capital city, but I feel like the Black Forest, albeit going to be mostly farmland, and that's going to be kind of one of our main areas. But seeing as we're over here and we don't have a lot to talk about in general, we could talk about the hotfix / patch that just came out. Now, I'm not really interested in a lot of that because I'm not really having any sort of issues with the game. However, there was one thing that piqued my interest, and that was for the upgraded storehouse. Here we are. There is now an extra 4 handcarts apparently, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why they've not done that for the granary. Maybe everything in the granary is just done by hand, and potentially it looks that way because I don't see any carts. So that's a really good change. Anyway, for those that are interested, I will post a link to those down in the description. That was a rather bizarre thing. But anyway, let's get on with some things today and see what we can achieve. Policies unlocked for the Black Forest and new retinue assembled. That will mean that the manor over here has now been completed. It's up here hiding in amongst all the trees. My goodness, you would never find that. So does that mean, because I've never done this before, does that give me, it does, so I have another retinue. So wait, 1 2 3 4 5, right. So correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm relying on some of you here for this sort of information. Let me look at something a little bit more interesting than just the solid ground. Let's bring it over here while I mumble. So for every region I control, I'm guessing I can have a retinue. But does that also mean I can have 6 normal bunches of troops? Because I'm pretty sure you should only have 6. Now, I could be wrong, but that's kind of interesting. So we need to invest in that. Now, that comes out of my money up the top here, doesn't it? So we could definitely do that, but that's really good. That means we need a manor in every one of our regions. So while we're in the Black Forest, I mean, it did say we have a new policy, but yeah, neither of those are going to bother us. We could actually, because how are we doing for food? Food's pretty crazy over here. So we could go into the manor, we could do a tax, and I don't know how you pronounce this word. Is it tithe? I think it's tithe. It may depend on where you come in the world. Let me rephrase that, sounds a bit rude. Where you come from in the world. I'm not going to tax them currently. I don't think we need to. So we'll just leave that as is. Maybe they need to kind of work on how they plant their crops. That's really bizarre. So these should all be at 100. Yes, they are. But what are we in? We're in July. So realistically, we have a little bit of time. But I would like to start the harvesting process. So we have one family there. I'm going to grab a family out of the corpse pit and just leave them to sort of do that. If I can grab some people from elsewhere as well, that would be really, really useful, because we need all hands on deck. Logging camp, we'll take someone out of there. Perfect. Forester's hut. Yeah, we don't need 2 in there for them. In fact, probably don't need anybody in there. That saw pit's fine as well. I will chuck all those people. Bar 1. There we go. 103, 104. So that's not quite there, but barley is 100%. So let's force early harvest, and I'll do it field by field for the moment. Can I leave the next one fallow? Yeah. So I'm going to put the rotation on just so I can make sure that the next season these are fallow. They probably don't need to be, but it's just so I know where I'm up to. Fallow. Fallow. That guy is obsessed with having a new nipple carved. It's a little bit weird. I heard that one the most for some strange reason. Generic storage is full. I'm guessing that's all the materials that are just left over here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Family members join one of in the Fletcher's shop. Okay, that's fine. We don't have anyone in that farmhouse, but that's not an issue. And quickly check in. We do have someone over here. Yeah. We're in a fairly good place there. Okay, I'm going to leave them be for a second. And we're going to drop over to... No, see, I don't know why he still does that. He doesn't always know where I'm at. Or am I in the wrong region? No, it's me that doesn't know where I'm at. There we go. That explains it. Okay. So we have our development point. We certainly don't... Okay, I was going to say, we don't have policies over here. We can't enact those. So deep mining, I'm not really bothered for the moment. I don't know what happens. Now this is an interesting. Enables the building to extract resources indefinitely if placed over a rich deposit. What happens if you exhaust that rich deposit first? That's something I kind of need the answer to. But basic armor making, there we go. Yeah, because eventually that's going to run out. What happens then? That really is a question. Not enough wealth. Oh yes, I forgot about that. So we can't do that straight away, but you're level 2, you're level 2. And I think I did start to upgrade some of these other ones, so we will still have the coin. I should say, soon have the coin for that. Food over here is out of control. We're in a really good place for that. Even fuel's not doing too bad. I can't remember if we're sending some food over here or not. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I mean, I'm sure if I was live streaming right now, you'd probably be shouting at me, telling me. Because I have a memory like a sieve. So send charcoal, receive bread. Okay. Iron Veil. So they're doing shoes for iron ore. So, okay, so they're literally surviving on their own food. Awesome. That's just what we want. And we have a horse now as well. After all that kind of kerfuffle. The only problem is the horse isn't here where I'd want it to be. It's here. What will happen? Oh god, do I dare do this? If I relocate or destroy this building. Let me try relocating it and see what happens. Oh dear. Right. Thoman, I'm guessing? What's going to happen to you? I'm going to speed the game up a little bit. I'm hoping somebody... Oh, there we go. Please... Oh, I mean, I say here we go. He could be running off. See, if he goes to this one... Oh, he's going... Right, he's staying there. So in that case, then we can... We'll move this one back over here. I say that one back over here. That's perfect. So we just need to make sure that that gets done as quickly as possible. So what else do we have that we're building currently? Woodcutter's Lodge. We probably could do with somebody in there, to be fair. This one can be lowest. That's fine. Do you know what? I might take someone out of the logging camp and just put them in the Woodcutter's Lodge. We could do some houses around here as well. Storage full, we know about that. 9 corpses, so yeah, they're almost gone. The question is, collecting a dead body. So Heinz, so these will be our own people. So we definitely lost some. Because if the church is collecting people to bury, then some of these are definitely ours. I think we knew that anyway, didn't we? Right, how are we doing for... So that one has been completely harvested. Nice. I'm going to untick that. So what are you doing currently, my friend? Ritz, you are waiting in the middle of a field. Awesome. So let's force early harvest on this one as well. I've got to be careful this time. I don't want to kind of overestimate when, you know, when the seasons end and we end up with a field that's half like this. What is that one? That one was in Mamusio. Plenty of people moving over there. Oh, look. Yes, another horse. But this hasn't been done yet. I'm hoping. Are you coming to do this? And the problem is where they're going to take that horse. Probably. You know what's going to happen, don't you? Oh, wait a minute. Gunrad just got them. Wait a minute. I demolish that now. I'm hoping, fingers crossed with any luck. Yeah, we do have space. Oh, look at that. It's all going to work properly now. I'm hoping that Conrad leaves his horse here. Right, so stable spaces 2 of 2 are full, right? Am I reading that right? Oh, I'm hoping so. Oh, that means there's 2 spaces. Oh, I don't know. We'll see what happens. With any luck, the horses will come back here. But that now means that anything we're trading is being done with horses. Oh, that means I'm assuming it's a little bit quicker. That's number 1. And number 2, they can carry more. Perfect. That makes me so happy. You have no idea. So they've almost done that field. We will also force early harvest. There we are. We have no more corpses there, which means I have 2 options here. I could put, that's a bit too far away, that farmhouse, isn't it? So I'll just put easy for me to say. Chuck 2 more families in here. We're almost there for that field. Do you know what I think? I will just tell them to harvest everything with the exception of the flax. Because that means that all this will sort of, yeah, that'll definitely get done. We've definitely got the families. We do need to consider the ploughing and things like that, because this big field, which I may split into 2. I think I'm going to. Yeah, let's do that. So while I was doing this, I just took the opportunity, we had a little bit of a triangle road here, just to kind of tidy that up and get rid of it. To be fair, looking at this, yeah, 0.6, that's fine. This one may be still a little bit too big. Let's have a look. 0.9. I think we can live with that. It's only the 1 field. So we're certainly getting a lot more fields over here. I think we are going to get the brewery extension. I think we're going to make everything here. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, unless I'm going completely nuts. That we may make this sort of area here. We can move the animals, can't we? Yes, we can. If we build something there, they should move. But we can turn this area into a bit of a trading zone. And we'll construct as much as we can here in the Black Forest. And even if it means transporting armour from Iron Vale to the Black Forest and leaving it here and then sending across, rather than having someone going from the Iron Vale all the way to Marmusio, it's a long way. So this could be our hub. I'm not sure how it'll work, but it kind of gives me something to aim towards, with the exception of obviously trying to claim all the other land that there is. I have the strongest army possible, but yes, I think we've definitely got a lot to work on. Now, we definitely need more people living over here. That is something else I need to consider. Also, the distance that they need to walk, because at the moment most of our houses are sort of here. There's a couple here, but yeah, there's a lot of walking in this game. They all need horses. What are you doing? Just standing there staring into space. Oh, I love the haircut. Someone clearly put a bowl on his head. Anyway, right, let's go and check out Iron Vale, I think. Okay, so because it's getting to that time of the year, we have no berries growing, so we can drop someone out of there. Now, obviously, we're trying to get to, is it 5 coin I think we need? Oh, it's 10. Oh, of course it's 10. Now, we could do something in the way of trade to kind of build that money up. There is that possibility. Which probably makes sense, doesn't it? So you're level 1. I could upgrade you to a level 2. So you're a level 2, you're a level... Right. Let's make you... No, let's make you level 2. So that will give me some more coin. And then while we're sort of talking about it, let's think about that trade. Yeah, we can trade outside of the map, can't we? So where... It's there, okay. Yeah, I was going to build it really far away, but I kind of don't want to do that based on what we were just talking about a second ago. About trade posts. So I might, somewhere kind of here. We may relocate this at some point, but I just don't want it sitting straight on the road directly. On the King's Road, that is. Right, let's see what we can do here. Pack station, hitching post. We will need a hitching post over here. We'll do that. And trade. We then need the trading post. I probably should have put a straight road along there, shouldn't I? It might have made a bit more sense. There we are. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Job done. I may hook a road, I think, through. Let's see what we've got. So we need it to kind of go. Oh, that's an interesting route. We'll hook it up to there because we may trade fuel at some point as well. It's also storage, isn't it, when you think about it? But this is where all of our goods are currently being stored. If we just sort of keep that as straight as possible. And then bring that sort of around like this. Perfect. So at least that they don't have to travel too far to get the goods. So at the moment, I was just looking at a logging camp. We have 28 timber in here. It's full. And then when I look up here, this is always surplus. But let's look at, yes, we do have quite a bit. So I'm going to switch that off. It gives the trees a chance to recover as well. We do have a forester's hut with nobody in. So I think as I switch between, it just makes sense to put a forester from the logging camp. So we can kind of replenish what we have in the area. Saw pit we don't need either. We're in a really good place food-wise. How are we doing? 4. So we're on surplus. Let's switch this to total goods stored. Okay, so we have 101 iron slabs. I have no clue how much armor that will make, but that is a considerable amount. That is really crazy. I don't know if I should take the family out of there or not, but I guess there's no point until we have that 1 extra silver and we can upgrade this. So I will come back to this once I feel like we're at that point. Okay, so over in the Black Forest, we can see that they've done quite a good job, to be fair. It's all built up in the middle. Did I upgrade for the bakery? I can't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did, but we'll have a look at that too. So they've almost finished that field as well. We are still in July. So you were going to be the brewery, weren't you? So let's do that now. Let's get that underway. And the bakers, we had a level 2 here. So I think they were morning. I think that's why I didn't do it. Yeah. We've got a cobbler's shop and these are all level 1s. So if we make you... let me think about this. Cobblers. Does it make more sense that being a tailor's or does it not make a difference? Okay, we're going to make you level 2. Being all indecisive, we will probably make you into a tailor shop. That would, yes, be you. Because we've obviously got flax over here. How are we at that? That can be harvested now as well. Oh, take that in there. Just make sure that I've turned off early harvest in all these fields. I'll go ahead and do that now quickly. And I forgot that obviously when you upgrade to level 2, the families, you sort of lose them, don't you? From the pool of available families that can do other things. But thankfully it's that time of the year where the berry deposit is kind of depleted, so we don't need to worry about that. Where is food? Oh my, almost 1,000 berries. That is absolutely bonkers. It's beyond belief. I think we need to get some more houses in. I'm just sort of... I wouldn't mind a couple more in this area. Oh, we got these ones being built, haven't we? There we are. Okay. I won't panic about that right now. So while they're collecting that, some of them are going to do that, the old thrashing, aren't they? So that needs to be done. That needs to be done as well. The flax field needs harvesting. Now, I just want to quickly check. So these can be flax as well. We could have another one here. I might actually put that in now, just while I think about it. Farming and flax. I can get that to be like a... Yeah, it's still a rather large field. I might even do this one. Now, the only problem with this one here is it's only really that, but that's about a 0.5 field, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll do that anyway, and that may leave us with a nice... If I can sort of do this right. Yeah, that works nicely. So they can become flax, but I'll let them kind of clear everything out first. I've just got to be very, very mindful and not forget that these things need taking care of. I will build a farmhouse here though, but I've got a Black Forest. Oh, brewery, that's nice. That's up and running. I do need to let these build before I just go nuts because there's so many different constructions kind of around that we've just not dealt with yet, and it's, I guess, overtaxing the local people. I am wondering though if it's something to do with royal tax increased. Lovely. If it's something to do with how many oxes that I have. because this has got... So how much space do we have currently? 3 more spaces. I think we need plenty of oxes. Is one assigned here? No. So all the construction requires an ox to transport all the timber, doesn't it? I always call it timber. Yes, I've got it right. I've gone from calling it wood and trees and everything else. No, slowly but surely getting there. Yeah, see, there we go. What are you? You're transporting timber, yeah. So we probably need a lot more oxen. In fact, while we talk about it, I will upgrade some of the hitching posts. I can never remember which one this is on. There we are. Because there's just so much going on. There is, as long as this is here, there's probably a need for a stable down here while they kind of clear this out. Now we'll probably need more up there at some point or other. It's a large storehouse. Yeah, and we'll probably need... I'm going to do it, just... I'll come back to it at some point, I remember. We'll probably need another one. Sort of through here as well. Just because if they're going to take resources from there, at least it's right next door. So we can put that in. I mean, potentially, I could put another one. There's probably just about enough room in that area. But we'll see how things go. Okay, so we have another spare family. I was going to chuck them into the windmill, but I'm just thinking another pair of hands. If we get another family, I will definitely chuck them in because it will need doing. So most of them are collecting now, so I might set this one to flax. Because what are we in? We're in August, so what do you... August, crops grow, harvesting, ploughing and sowing crops. Okay, so that should be fine. I think by the time they've ploughed it, as long as we're in September, we should be okay, I think. What are we going to need? I wish I could label the fields. Oh, it does say what they were last time, doesn't it? Right, so we need more barley. That's definitely going to be something that we need. Looking at what we got here: 160 wheat, 106 flax, 131 barley. Need to decide what we're going to do for the next season. So just taking a quick look at the flax. So obviously we'll have this field here. I could potentially do these two as... I could probably do them all, to be fair, so we've got a good amount of storage. Barley, albeit this field does have... Yeah, we're probably sort of thinking over here with this farmhouse. I don't think we're going to get a chance to do that for the next season. And then obviously we have Emma fertility everywhere, but again, it's not the darkest of greens, is it, when you sort of look at it? Or is it just my eyes? It might be my eyes because the fields do throw the colours off slightly, so we could potentially have, say, these fields here that have been fallow. These could be for next year. I think that probably makes a bit of sense. So because this one's a little bit smaller, we will get this one ready for flax and that one as well. Hopefully they take the ox to this place. Now there is one assigned here, isn't... Oh, we can do 2. Is that new? I thought you could only have 1. That is very, very new to me. I'm pretty sure I only ever saw 1 before. I know there's been some changes to the path finding. There we go. In the current hotfix that's just come out. So interesting. So just with the thought that we're going to produce goods over here to send out to the other areas, I'm going to stop trading these things. I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think we're trading anything else that I can recall. No. Yeah, that's fine. So that means that this family here now won't have a lot to do. So I could reassign them to some other tasks temporarily. What was you doing over here in Mamusio? You're charcoal for bread. So sending charcoal, receiving bread. Yeah, I think that's a fair trade. But that also means then that I will not need the communal oven over here. We definitely don't need the farmhouse. But then you start to think about these level 2 buildings that we've got, or level 3. So tailor's workshop we won't technically need over here anymore. I'm hoping I'm doing this the right way and I've not completely got the wrong plan and it's just going to go absolutely tits up or belly up. Whatever way you want to look at it. It's just yeah, I'm a little bit unsure. Right, so we currently have a lot of spaces. I wonder if we go over to the livestock trading post, if we order some ox. So desired surplus 6. How many do we currently have? 6 brackets 3. What does that mean? Does that mean I have 3 on order potentially? Maybe. Let's set that to 10. Because we've definitely... Are you going to go in here now, are you? Okay. We have quite a few hitching posts that are... There we go, you're doing that now. So there's quite a few coming in anyway. So we'll definitely have the space. I'll put that on high priority. Because we definitely need that to happen. So just having a quick look, we have both of the ox here ploughing the fields. So the question is, if they're ploughing, what's going on with the other fields? So you are set to flax, but no one's ploughing yet. You are also set to flax, but no one's ploughing. I may leave that one empty. We will put you to wheat. And maybe I'll do the smaller fields first. I don't want to go too mad with it. If we have time, I will do this field. And that gives my barley a chance to sort of recuperate. I could still technically grow, probably on this one, but I'll leave that be. But we will need to take care of this sort of... Take care of it, but actually make use of this barley over here. It's kind of in an annoying place, because that's where I want to do my trade stuff, but I think we'll be fine. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, there's a nice spot there too. In fact, there's quite a few patches, but I want to try and keep it as close as possible. We also have a patch over here, which we could take care of or make use of. Probably a better way of putting it. Okay, what's next? Okay, we now have our tailor shop over here. Brilliant. I think we'll leave that on Gamberson's. That just makes sense, but that means there's another building that we need over here to obviously produce linen, so we will come back to that. But we also have this level 2, which can be our bakers. There we go, and that's a new building for me. I've never had that before. And what are we doing here? I'm assuming that they will start making alcohol. Okay, unless I'm completely bonkers, I can't see any ale. And obviously they're not consuming it over here, and we are a brewery. That's fine. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing it. What are the people currently doing in here? Praying, going home and waiting. Okay, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. The fields are being ploughed, as we can see here. I feel like the oxes have changed fields randomly. They were sort of doing 2 over here, they're now doing these 2. I'm not too sure how it sort of works that out, but I'll leave them to it. There is also a random cart in the middle of this field, so they're all working really hard. I definitely need... Wait a minute, we have a... Ooh, can I pinch someone else? Let's take someone from the church. All hands on deck. But we definitely need to have the other farmhouses. We'll probably need one here for sure, and then over here later on, because that just robbed me for 407. Disgusting. I do not like it at all. Okay, so over in the Iron Vale, we have our trading post over here. We have a hitching post. I'm tempted, very tempted, clearly, to upgrade that to a stable. That will do us nicely. We now have a 9 over here, which now means... Finally... Oh, he's 10. Oh, come on, this game is torturing me. I keep thinking it's 5 for some reason. Oh, good gracious. We've definitely got enough iron slabs, that's for sure. I think we'll be in a very good place. Yes, you're a level 2, that's good. You're level 1, you're level 1, and you're level 2. Okay, so it's just a little bit of patience there. I mean, there is potentially things that we could sell from over here. But I think I'm going to wait until I'm manufacturing the armor, because it just makes sense to trade that. If we have a quick look. So helmets, do I need... Oh, you don't need to buy it anymore. So I could technically just trade some helmets to get some nice amount of money over here. So yeah, a little bit of patience and I think we'll get there. I just realized I made a boo-boo. I didn't switch all these fields that I wanted to be fallow. So they've currently started ploughing. In fact, they've almost finished ploughing that field. Forgot to switch them back to fallow. And do you know, I was watching the ones over here and I just didn't even consider it. In fact, to be fair, they could still probably get a decent crop out of those. But I'm just thinking it may be a little bit too much work. They have a lot of fields to take care of. What are we in? We're in August. Let me leave these as fallow for the moment and I'll think about it. I just don't want to stretch the resources too thin. So you're fallow, fallow. Wait a minute, was you wheat? Wheat 100%. Okay, well, yeah, that's correct. And it was you that we could have had for wheat. I'm going to keep an eye on this first. Did I just hear a horse? I have no clue why I just randomly heard a horse. Oh. Wait a minute, we have a horse here. Does that mean we have 3 horses all of a sudden? No, we still have 2, but there's one randomly staying here, which is fine by me because it's right opposite the trading post. Yeah, and the other one's in there. That's fine. And how are we doing for ox? Yeah, we got plenty of space for those, so we're just kind of waiting for them to come in. That field is done, I think. How are we looking? So does that mean you're going to do this field now, potentially? Yes, awesome, perfect. Just what we wanted. And there's the bell of a new month, and you know what that means? Finally, we can get our armorer's workshop put in. We'll put that to highest because I want that so much. Weapons. What is blacksmith, isn't it? Okay, so we can't do those currently, but we will definitely be able to. I'm more interested in getting this building up and running. Oh, I'm so happy. We'll have some legitimate clothes. And I just thought, actually, how are they getting on with the buildings over here? Because I don't want to overwhelm them. Okay, so these are all built. And we have 3 vacancies, or 3 homes have space for people. I don't know why that's just sat in a field. But with regards to the Gambesons, have I said it right this time? I have. We're missing a building, which is the Weaver's Workshop. So we could have this over here. I'm just thinking storage is here still. The Weaver's Workshop's there. What are you? You're the Forester's Hut. We're going to move this stuff, aren't we? I think we will. And the other saw pit's not built yet, so I won't remove that. That's still got quite a few logs. But I will... Yeah, we'll get rid of this. Perfect. I don't think it's going to allow me to place that... Yeah, well, not right on it. We've got the corpse bit. I guess I'd like some trees or something here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And just to fill in this gap, I want to hide it slightly. Let me just have a quick sort of the road here, see what we can do. So I may I may actually rebuild one of the foresters later on, just say to hide this sort of thing. But I think, is that the right building before I do Weaver's Workshop? Yes, I think we'll put that in there because we have the flax to start making some clothes. I think they're doing reasonably well actually. That one is completely sown and ploughed, obviously. That one is as well. You're ploughing. That one still needs seeds. They're not doing too bad actually. I may, just looking at the time, so what, we're in September. We might have time to do some of these other fields. I may do one that looks almost ploughed, but yeah, we'll have to see. And the armourer's shop is complete. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the building, but it looks a little underwhelming. I think maybe when it's a level 3, it'll just add a little bit more to it. But oh no, actually, I like this out the back. It's quite nice. So is he going to instantly start making helmets? Okay, so 1 iron slab, 1 helmet. Is that literally it? I'm assuming it takes a little bit more fuel maybe over here, because surely let's have a quick watch, because I haven't seen this before. He's hammering his own hands. Henceforth you'll be known as Iron Man. Well, that's so. Wait a minute, we had how much iron? 142. So he's going to make 142 helmets. Good grief. dies. Well, he will until I tell him to stop, at least, I guess. But we need that other, so we need one more level 2, and that will give us access to armor making as well, at least some form of armor making. Okay, I couldn't resist. We're gonna upgrade one more because that's what we need. I'm kind of surprised how well it's going over here. Really, it's kind of looking after itself. Obviously, they want alcohol, don't they? I think, is that what we're missing? Oh, a higher level church and alcohol. So we just need some tiles over here, which we could make our own. Oh, yes, we could definitely make our own. We have the clay for it, but it's not an issue at the moment, is it? I don't really need to concern myself too much. I was just sat here quite happily watching the farmers, and I saw we got another development point for the Iron Veil. So naturally, one has to come over here. Now, if I'm right in thinking, once I invest, it will go into this building. Now, we'll just do that straight away. I'm not even going to think about it. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's within there. So, they take 2 iron slabs. So, my thought is, do I have another armorer's shop next door, I wonder? That could make a lot of sense. And then have one making helmets, one making the chain. It's chainmail, I think, isn't it? Let's have a quick nosy. Yeah, chainmail armor. And then obviously later on when we get the better armor, so one can focus on one thing and one can focus on the other. I think that, yeah, it does make quite a bit of sense to me. So, wow. That's made me really happy. I'm quite sat here smiling like an idiot. And we have Hans here from Amusio as well. Right, I'm going to go back to watching the farms, I think. And finally, our weaver's workshop is now in place, so we can chuck a family in there, which means we can take advantage of the flax, which is just exactly what we need for our, I was going to say bakery, for our tailor shop. The only thing that I've sort of forgotten to do here, and I'm assuming, have we made any bread? We have 50 bread. So total goods stored. So that might have been based on the flour that we had. Oh, wow. My goodness, we have a lot of flour. I need to put someone in here as well because we have a lot of grain. So we're going to have a truckload of bread at some point. I'm just wondering if we... Oh, we don't have the extra building here. I was just thinking for the extra family. We may end up having more than one bakery. We'll just have to see how that goes. And how are we getting on over here in the brewery? Oh, I forgot another building, and I'm sure a lot of you were screaming at me. The malt house, because we need that to make ale or beer, don't we? Can we try and sneak that sort of close in? Yeah, that'll do quite nicely. Perfect. And then we can make some ale. I did. Once they'd planted everything, I did tell them to try and do these 2 fields as well, because we're in October. I feel like they may be able to do it. Well, we shall see. I don't know. I may have overstretched them. But once the harvest season comes, I plan to have another farmhouse over here and enough families to occupy both of these buildings. So we may be in a fairly good place with regards to that. Anyway, I think that's a good spot to leave this episode. Thank you for watching. Take care.